I know you're licensed in Texas only, but I remember seeing a picture of you and Daryl as you did your best to chase and find the headwaters, I believe, of the Colorado River, was it?
The Rio Grande.
Rio Grande River.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Did y'all just decide to take off and go find it, or were you on vacation, or what happened there?
Yeah, that was that had to do with Daryl playing a banjo somewhere. Is what that was. No, I think
many skills.
Yeah, really. No, I think we were doing a project up in the Panhandle, and he asked, could we go up there just for a day? It was some banjo group that he had. So we did, you know, made it on up there to where one of his banjo buddies was, and that guy loves the outdoors, loves all the same stuff we're talking about. So we did go up and get very near to the headwaters there. So yeah, that's right.
And speaking of the Panhandle of Texas, when you weren't in here, Daryl referred to a subject that you probably were very familiar with, which had to do with the east line of the Panhandle of Texas. Were you involved in checking that line out or surveying that line as a surveyor?
No, I think what he was referring to was the fact that I've recently kind of done a paper on all the boundaries and the establishment, everything that the boundaries went through. Okay. And so that was what he was referring to, in that 100th meridian was established and reestablished and established again, you know, and there again, it's the difficulty of working with longitude at that point in time. When it was first established in 1819 by Mellish, he missed it by 100 miles, you know, and then it got down to, as other surveyors would come in, they'd be off, you know, 4,000 feet over here. He was 100 miles to the east. This one's off 4,000 feet to the west, and then back and forth with a number of them. And I mean, these are people out of the federal agencies, the United States General Land Office, not slackers at all. It just tells you how difficult it is at that point in time to establish a good line of longitude. Now, on that issue, the Supreme Court finally said, all right, we're throwing them all out. We're going to appoint Samuel Gannett, and he's going to come in and monument it.
And line is what happened.
Yeah, well, right, and right or wrong. And with our technology, with our equipment today, we can come in again, split that hair a little finer, and we can say, oh, this is definitely where it is. But that goes back to why the courts say this monument on the ground is going to be the corner. I don't care if somebody else can measure it infinitely more perfectly, that corner is going to be the corner. And the same way with that Supreme Court decision to, by golly, I'm tired of this argument, we're going to fix it, we're going to monument it, and that's where it's going to be. And so that's what they did with Samuel Gannett. It did leave a strip in through there because Brown and, I think their names were Brown and Hare, Jones and Brown, and at any rate, somebody had monumented a line over a little further to the west, so now you have two monumented lines and some little bitty strips running up through the Panhandle there. So